The majority of the traders and investors will be wrong the coming 2 weeks. A significant bottom is on its way and will most likely be set around April the 14th plus or minus 3 days. The market is throwing us a curveball and we will hit it hard, so be prepared. We will also have a look at the harmonic patterns for Bitcoin at different time levels, and I will introduce you to my cycle analysis tool. Further, I will catch you up with the status of the multiple time frame market waves, green bottom indicator, negative divergences, trend analyzer, the position of the market makers and the status of the 5,000 to 1 million challenge. Welcome back everybody, I'm the Robotic Wave Trader, bringing you weekly crypto updates and teaching you how to make money in this market. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit a thumbs up if you like this video. So let's first have a look at the market waves. The monthly market wave, nothing changed. The negative divergence is playing out, and that means that the top in January was a major top, one of the 7 major tops in Bitcoin's history. At the weekly, the market wave is going down and is searching for a bottom, showed by the green bottom indicator, and as shown on this chart, a bottom is expected between the 11th and 24th of April. In the further analysis we will narrow that down. On the daily, we got a sell signal last week, and that's playing out. Bitcoin price is going down hard. The negative trend line has held in a fantastic way, so it's a strong line, originated from January. The trend analyzer is currently around 91,000, and looking at the targets, based on the timing instruments, the targets are around, depending when it happens, from 75,000 to 60,000, and maybe there is a spike to the 51,000, but we will see. I haven't showed this chart before. Again, this is the Bitcoin daily chart, and at the underside there is the cycle analysis. 10-day cycle, 20-day cycle, 40-day cycle, 80-day cycle, 160-day cycle and 320-day cycle. So what we see here is that the 80-day cycle is due up and around the April 12th, April 13th. So around that time the cycle, 80-day cycle, is due. And that is exactly around the time that this triangle is ending. So a breakout either to the upside or to the downside will follow the coming weeks. So if we take this triangle on a conservative way, this is the basis. If we will break down like this, and the target will be around 60,000, 57,000, 60,000, and if we break out to the upward, then we are testing the high somewhere set in January. So looking at the cycle analysis, it's the yellow one, the 80-day cycle, and we will go through the graph to build some confidence. Here is one. Took a while and then take off. This is just, doesn't look much. Let's see how much it is. It is only 8% to the upwards, but you see here a downward move. Next one also towards it, a downward move, and then it takes off. Here again, towards the cycle, downward move and then up. Here again, let's make it like this, a downward move a few days before, and then the bottom is set. Let's go a little bit further. Here again, a downwards move and then going up. Here again, a downwards move and then going up. So looking at this analysis, it gives us confidence that the negative move that is almost always upfront. Let's go back now. Towards the cycle low hasn't happened yet. So we do have around 10 to 14 days to go before we are entering to the period that a cycle low is expected. So then have a look at the liquidation heat map of Bitcoin. It's a 24-hour, and look, all the liquidity has been eaten away up to 81,600, 700. And in the daily graph, the yellow line is 27 million. So when this was eaten up at around 83,000, new leverage has been set, and that has been taken away now as well. The market is always coming to get that. So then looking at the 48-hour chart, and this chart is really in contradiction with the working thesis. And there is a lot of liquidity built at around 86,000. And every yellow line in this graph is 83 million. So the question is the market coming to get it now, or are we going down? If you are a market maker, it would be very logic to go up and to put these leverage in your pocket. Then looking at the week. Yeah, this becomes really clear that the market makers will try to push the price to around 89,000, and every yellow line here is 108 million. So there's a lot of money to get if the market goes into this direction. Then looking at the 6-month graph. Another picture. Of course, we see here at around 100,000 and around the previous stop we see a lot of leverage. Every yellow line here is 8.4 billion. And here we see also a lot of leverage just above the 60,000. But also at around 70,000 up to the 80,000. So for the shorter time frame, it looks very logic that the price will go up, and then we have to see if the price comes down. Some kind of panic should break out, otherwise the market makers will bring the prices higher on the daily time frame, but also on the 2 daily time frame and the weekly time frame. There's a lot of leverage around the 86 to 89,000. To conclude the technical analysis part, for this weekly update. We are looking at the positive and negative divergence graphs for multiple time frames. Nothing's changed at the monthly. At the weekly, 3 weeks ago we got a buy signal at around 75,000. The daily, we got a sell signal on Friday, still playing out, and the sell signal was given right at the top of when the rejection of the negative trend line. And then on the 4-hour chart we got a buy signal, a positive divergence on Saturday at 1 o'clock, and it was confirmed during the afternoon then. So to be crystal clear and close this technical analysis part, the shorter term I expect the price to go up, maybe intraday ticking up to the 89,000, then coming down, maybe a little bit like this, and then going down all the way. And after that the bottom is set. That's the working thesis. So if that is not playing out and the price is going up and is closing above the trend analyzer, that will mean that the bounce or the new trend has started already. So a close above 91,000, the trend analyzer is currently at 91,000, would mean that the trend has already changed. Okay, we arrived at the timing instrument part, and first of all would like to show here on Friday we got a direct change indicator signal just before the sun eclipse. It worked out very well, and also the volatility that we saw again around the sun eclipse is very clear. So the purple lines, we are in a Venus retrograde period, basically meaning that Venus is between the Earth and the Sun. It's rare that it's also a Mercurius retrograde period, meaning that Venus and Mercury are after each other and are standing between the Earth and the Sun. And even more rare is that also a sun eclipse happened in that period. So the interesting part to have a look at now is this time period. When the Mercury retrograde period ends and the Venus retrograde period is still going on. I will show you the statistic a little bit later, but this is critical because there's a 100% correlation found with the occurrences from the past 10 years. So the idea is, the working thesis is that we will go along like this, maybe we will break out higher and then going down and putting a bottom in this period and then going off. So in the past 10 years we had 5-time Venus-Mercury conjunction. And all the 5 times there was a negative downwards move, a significant downwards move with an average of minus 32%. And the time that took varied from 5 to 18 days. So with an average of 13 days after when the conjunction ended, the downwards move. So these statistics combined with the psychoanalysis, we can narrow down the time frame of the upcoming bottom. So expect a downward move from the 6th of April until somewhere in the time frame of the 14th of April, plus or minus 3 days, when the bottom will be set. The trade at the 5,000 to 1 million portfolio took Friday is at a 17% profit at $68. The 5,000 to 1 million portfolio is currently at a profit of $841, a little bit behind schedule. To conclude this weekly update, the working thesis is that a significant downward move will take place. If history repeats, the quick downward move will start around April the 5th with an average of minus 33%. A bottom is expected around April the 14th. After that, a new weekly trend will develop. For the shorter time frame, a rebound is expected that could reach intraday even up to $89,000. These moves would be a huge curveball to the markets and let retail investors behind when they have sold their cryptos in panic during the expected strong downwards move. In case history is not repeating, the daily trend analyzer is the referee. The daily trend analyzer is now around 91,000 and a close above that would trigger a strong review of the current working thesis. As always, this is not financial advice but just the things I'm thinking and doing. Have fun and a good trading week, and see you at the next one.